Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Smith and everybody.
Okay, so it's Monday the 29th. I cannot believe we're nearly up to July. So 1st of July is on Wednesday. I can't believe it. I don't know where these months and weeks and everything have gone. So what's in the news? Okay, on the next one. So this is just to remind me to say to you that actually in Wales, for the first time since the lockdown, they've actually got children that have gone back to school today. So although in England, we've had children in, not everyone, but we've had some children in right from the word go. They've actually got children now going back in today. Scotland, they're due to have children, hopefully most year groups, back in August, and everyone was saying to me, well, how come they're back in August and we're not likely to be back till September? Well, their summer holidays start and finish earlier than ours do. So, but different rules are applying for different parts of the UK. But anyway, Wales, they've had key worker children in, but no others until today. So we shall see what happens with that. Next slide. This is a reminder for me to talk about the fact that last week I said about the 2 metres and 1 metre. So you might remember that. Well, since my last assembly, the government have said 2 metres is best, but anything over a metre, okay, we can cope with that with social distancing. And that's to help particularly for pubs and restaurants and places like that, so they can actually get decent quantities of people in. Also, this reminds me as well that we're hoping as well that playgrounds will be open again from next week, so we'll have to watch out for that. Now, once they're open, we'll be able to take all the tape and everything down from our play equipment, because if you can go to any old playground, we should be able to use our equipment, so that would be good for the children that are currently in school. So cinemas are due to reopen. I'm not quite sure how it's going to work. So I love going to the cinema, but whether, I presume maybe they'll be taping off sections or things like that, I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see. But it's good because we're getting close to the summer holidays, and if the weather's not great, it's really good to go to the cinema. So we'll have to wait and see with that one. What do you think this news story is about? Don't tell me it's about inflatables. It's not about that. Yes.
Beaches?
Yes, and holidays generally. So already at the moment, from next week, people can go and stay in different places. So holidays in the UK. But there's been an issue with saying about if you wanted to go on holiday elsewhere. And something about quarantine. Does anyone know what it was about the quarantine period? Yes?
Wasn't it if you went on holiday to a certain country and you came back, you had to quarantine for 2 weeks?
Yes. So what the government were originally saying is that if you went off on holiday somewhere, I don't know, off to Italy, when you came back, you would have to then be in quarantine or isolated for 2 weeks. So, well, it's not too bad for us if we've got the summer holidays, but it's not great for everyone else that maybe has got businesses to run and jobs to go to. But people are hoping there's going to be an announcement that actually that 14 days we're going to have what's called corridors, which means that there'll be agreements with certain countries. So if you go there, you will be able to come back and go straight into normal life. Now, anticipating this, apparently in the last week, everyone seems to be booking holidays. Me included, actually. I'm off to Cornwall. I'm a bit paranoid about missing the start of next term. So, but I've booked a holiday away in this country, and I'm sure your families are thinking the same. And all of the websites have been jammed and everything else. So I don't know if anyone in this room, has anyone had that experience the last few days? Right, okay, so yeah, people, I think everyone's thinking, you know what, it'd be really nice to have a holiday. We're a bit fed up of all this. Okay, next one. This is a good news story. Does anyone know who this man is? He's one of my favourite people, actually. He's an amazing man. What's his name?
Michael Rosen.
Yeah, Michael Rosen. What does Michael Rosen do?
He was like a poem reader person.
yeah, he's a poet. He also is an author, and he's been in the news in recent days because he actually had COVID and he was in hospital and he was very, very poorly, but he's recovered fully and he's very grateful to everyone that helped him. But it's a really nice story because everything sometimes can be a bit negative when it comes to COVID, but actually he has survived. And the next slide just shows, if you want to move it on please, Isabel, two of the favourite things for me that he's done. You might have read Chocolate Cake, the poem. Actually on YouTube there's a whole load of things of Michael Rosen where he reads out the poems. You might have done that in other parts of the school, but that is just so funny, and obviously it's one of my favourite things. In fact, there's some chocolate cake in the staff room as I speak. And also for those younger people or people that actually might remember this, he wrote We're Going on a Bear Hunt, which again is a really, really famous book. So anyway, so Michael Rosen, he's fit and well, he's back home, he's got back to normal life. But anyway, one of my favourite people. Next one, please. Okay, this is actually a photograph of the sun, not as we would know it. The reason I've got it on here is if you have a look on Newsround, also if you look on NASA site, also on the BBC News site, this has just been released. It's a 10-year video of the sun. It doesn't go on for 10 years, obviously, because obviously, you know, we'd all be very old and grey. Some of us older and much greyer. But it's like stop frame. So it means you can see 10 lives in the life of the sun in a few minutes. And it is incredible. I've had a quick shimmy through it. And it shows things like all these sort of solar flares. It's absolutely incredible. So if you've got a minute, maybe in school, those people that are looking at this assembly in school, if you've got time, you can go onto the NASA website, or as I said, Newsround have got it, they've got a link, and you can see this business of the sun. Absolutely incredible. Okay, next one. So this, because I've actually got Miss Gregory filming, so I thought we needed to say a well done to Miss Gregory and co for organising this last week in school. And I know we had lots of photographs in, and we've set a whole load of stuff up on the school website, and your parents would have got an email today with all those links, but I just wanted to put that on. Also as well, because I like to look at my diary, and actually this week would have been sports week, and we'd have been having our sports day on Friday. I know, it's another thing, isn't it? Never mind, but that's it. I wanted that up there. Next one, please. Now, this has got no relation to any news story whatsoever, but we always have our cutesy R picture at the end of the news. And this was because the Year 6s requested a picture involving, a photograph involving a duck. I'm not quite sure why. And in fact, I'm not even going to ask actually. But as I love cats, I thought, you know what, let's combine two lovely things. So anyway, I'm not sure I'd want any of my cats anywhere near ducklings, I'll be honest. They bring me lots of little presents, which are animals, but unfortunately most of them are not breathing at that point. So I really, that's not a picture I would like to see, certainly in my garden. But anyway, it was just something to make you go, ah. Now, I have had a request for another animal photograph for next week. I'm just going to give you a hint that this creature does not live in the UK. It is stripy. It looks a bit like it wears a mask, and it might be going to burgle or steal from a property, and they like going in bins. So I'm not going to say anything more, but maybe you might be able to guess what that creature is. The Year 6s here, again, very excited. I personally don't see the appeal, but they love them. So I will try and find a cute picture of this creature ready for next week. Okay, have a lovely week, everyone, and have a good day. Thank you.